meeting, July 6, 2026, Mount Ayr. Roll call, Karen? Here. Rick? Here. Terry? Here. And I'm here. All right, next item on the agenda is approval of the June 1st, 2026 minutes. Oh, wait. We've got another attendee. Well, glad you're here. And one more to add to the roll call, Rebecca. Here. Okay. Now, next on the agenda is approval of the June 1st, 2026 minutes and June 15th, 2026 minutes and claims. Do we have any additions or corrections to the minutes? Do I have?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes.
All right, I'll make a second to that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, okay, and I guess next is the clerk treasurer report.
Revenue for the month was $3,495.13. And check written for $17,124.72. And also have, we're gonna be, bid out the oxygen. Looking at this, that's a contract from last year that.
All right, have we contacted him at all? Did you send him an invoice? And nothing. Well, I think we need to do something about that. Rebecca, what do you think our next steps should be?
So we're talking about a contract where someone has already received.
They were awarded, yes.
Well, so first of all, in the future, I would suggest, receiving that payment upfront in exchange for this and this property. In this case, and you reach out to them and not have a response. So I would suggest that I can send a letter, stating a short time frame to make the payment, or we can take further legal if necessary.
Okay, you make. Okay, you're into. All right, do we need to motion for that? Okay, then I'm gonna make a motion that we have Rebecca send a letter regarding the Quonset payment that is due. And, can I get a second?
Second that.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, Aaron. Okay, all right, then we are on to projects.
We have quite a few things, fair tickets, that anybody ordered from June Jackson Township can be picked up tomorrow here in the library from 5 to 7, or Thursday from 10 to 12. If you can't get it, contact somebody, and we can make arrangements to get your fair tickets if you want them. Also, Fun in the Park has been changed to August 1st. And why we do book bags, as a matter of fact, we're gonna sign up for anybody who wants, book bags. We're sign up to get a book bag when you get your tickets for the fair, or if you know somebody, then get them.
Or there's a sign sheet.
In the post office, still have, there's one in the post office too. And we'll hand those out August 1st, so if you know anybody. And then the other thing that I don't know if we have to ask you guys or not, but, the little shed right behind us here south of the community center is full of stuff, all kinds of stuff. Basketball hoop game, there's, I think, one, maybe two ping pong tables. There's some library carts for books, like this one. we'd like to get it cleaned out, maybe try to sell some of this stuff, rather than have it set in this shed and used. Because we're never gonna put a ping pong table or basketball hoop in here now. So, I don't know if we have to ask you, or we can just do that. It's our stuff, but the library tables are the libraries.
Are the libraries?
And I don't know if you want those or not, the other ones. But we can discuss that. But I don't know what else is in there, but it's just full of.
I mean,
I thought the basketball game was in the other building.
It might be, yeah, we have two of them.
Oh.
I don't know if it's still do or not,
Yeah.
so,
but,
but again, we aren't gonna use it probably.
right.
And build
And that stuff is all private, so
Yeah.
I probably just can do what they want with it. The only thing I kind of thought about was the library tables, the library, those moving shelves. Because those belong to the library belongs to the town, all that kind of thing, so, I mean, I don't have any problem with them being sold, because they won't be used again, will they, Claire? I don't think. What do you think? Don't know. Yeah, so, well, think about it some, and talk to projects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can decide on selling those, we can bring that back up, but all that other stuff, that belongs to the project.
We just wanted to bring it out, John, so.
Yeah.
If somebody come and get some, why?
All right. All right, yes. I have one point here. So should we have, because I see now you have claims moved up with approval of minutes, should we approve the claims too? Do we need to do that? Okay, well, we didn't really do that. So I make a motion that we approve the claims submitted by the clerk treasurer this month. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Okay, there, we did that. And you're welcome. Okay. Next up is new business. Okay, the first item on the agenda, the new business, is to discuss the Mount Ayr United Methodist Church would like to be considered as a tornado shelter only, because they do not have a generator, but with this recent weather, there were residents that asked, because they do have a basement, and some residents don't have a basement, and the church would love to do that to be considered a tornado shelter. And, the town is okay with that, and they just needed to be in the town minutes that, yes, we are approving that, you guys could be, we are okay with you being a shelter. And I don't think we need a motion on that, I mean, it's there, we do need a motion. Okay, well, I'll make a motion that the Mount Ayr United Methodist Church, become a tornado shelter. Do I have a second? All right, all in favor? Okay, there you go. Next up, town mowers. Well, we've been, I've had, some people, asking if we were gonna sell the mowers, because we are having, we have a service now doing all the mowing. And, I know if we sell anything, we have to go through, there are lots of rules for that. And so what do you think, Rick? Do you have any opinion on that?
I think we should run the boards at least for 1 year service. And make sure we're happy with everything that's going on the job in the prior year. And next year we'll start something.
I think that's a fair idea. I think that's so. I think we'll go ahead and just keep the mowers for this year and see where we are next year. Because, I mean, we're very happy with the service, the demos and stuff, but it's true that they've only, it's only been a few months, so. Yeah, who knows? So, okay, all right, then I guess we'll just keep the mowers and, go along with that. All right, update on the road grant. That's you, dude.
What I know about the road grant project. They started last Monday, putting in the drainage tile. Ran into a problem with the 811 service, so they had to stop for approximately 2 days, 48 hours. Got new 811 located, and now they're back at it, so they're a couple days behind. But it's like they're moving forward pretty good. They did hit the water line for the beacon, separate. So they are looking into what it's gonna take to put it back.
Okay.
On top of that, Dave Bales has produced a license agreement that says we were supposed to notify him, I think 45 days ahead of time before we insure his field.
Okay.
So. I don't know if you need a copy of this, but realistically, I spoke with Dave. He's good with it now because we're not traveling any further north with the project. We didn't harm any of his hay crop. So he's good.
Okay.
He just wants this on the record. Future.
Yes. Good. All right, that's good, yeah. Did Karen get a copy of this?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Keep copy of stuff. Thank you. Okay, please.
You need a copy?
No, it's a only neighbor.
No, I have copies.
That's good. Okay, next I think is year two, building code book purchase.
Since we had a building commissioner recently, I've been looking into and studying what we need and what we need to put forward. First things first, I think every town technically has these two books in their office. I borrowed
town but
these,
us.
every town but us. I borrowed these temporarily, so I was wondering if the town would be willing to purchase those two books, keep in the office for future building commissioner or however we move forward.
Yeah, I think that's a fine idea. How much do they cost? Do we know?
They're on Amazon for $410.
Huh.
And I think there's
Together. Oh,
I think Karen said she has an Amazon account for the town, and I can send her some links.
Is that the same? I have a copy from Newton County. Amazon, is that compatible with what Newton County puts? I mean, because they have their own,
These are from Newton County.
they're from Newton County. Okay.
Yeah, and then the ones on Amazon are same book.
Same.
Yeah. I can show you if you want.
Yeah, no, fine, I have one.
Do we need a motion that we're buying books?
It depends what your threshold is for purchases.
No.
I'm guessing $410 is your threshold.
I would think so. Okay, good. All right, then Karen will buy books. All right. All right, you're up again, burn pile.
Well, I'm still on.
Oh, you're still
permitting,
on
sorry.
books.
That was just, well, there's other parts of the permitting thing.
Well, are we doing that down further, with the building permit inspection updates, all that, or?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay. I didn't, I know. Okay, burn pile.
Burn pile, I talked to the fire chief and he actually told me I should be able to burn it this morning. I didn't get there this morning. Mondays are always bad. So I'll try to get there in the next couple of days. He said it's fine. He said it's not it.
Oh.
Watch it.
Okay,
Especially after the last few days of rain.
okay, all right,
That's what he told me.
okay. All right, great, thank you. All right, now your building
Okay.
permit inspection updates, permit application, blah, blah, blah.
All right, so to begin with, I've been researching building permitting and what we're supposed to be doing. As far as I know, years ago, the town of Mount Ayr adopted all of Newton County's,
This is the town's application.
that was Newton County's application years ago.
Okay.
So we just kind of plagiarized that years ago, and we adopted all of their codes. They have updated since, and on their webpage, they have this information. Tells you what you need, gives you a new building permit, really similar to building contractors, and so on. If we are either one going to hire a new building only for us, I think that we probably need to let's back up the permit. There's what Newton County charges.
Yes, I mean, yeah, we need to look this over.
Yeah, to me, this seems excessive for us.
Yeah.
The dollar
It
amount.
seems way excessive.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
probably need to come up with some sort of happy medium price.
If we want to update and adopt the new, go with their new standards, do we have to, I mean, do we have to motion and do,
So there's another layer to this I just want to make sure we cover. I'm not 100% clear on what exactly it is you're changing. So any little tweaks to the process, that's fine, do that. That if it's ordinance in nature, there's a process for revising that. It's a little bit. So we want to make sure.
okay, all right, yeah, so we'll look this over, let Howard look it over, and we'll come to some decision on pricing and so forth, so. Okay,
So the whole reason that all came up is because we received a request for a building permit for a barn-dominium. The request came through FBI Builders. I did not have the full forms in front of me, so I told her, just look at the Newton County form and fill that out, which she already had, because they do lots of work in Newton County. So, it pretty much states they're gonna build a 30 by 80 building on 107 North Front Street. FBI Builders is supposed to put up the entire shell and finish the exterior, and the homeowner is going to finish everything inside. There is no interior plans. There's no, there's no mechanical plans or anything. And no septic permit, or I don't think they've contacted the health department and or a check on the septic tank that's there. Everybody that I've spoke with has told me that they would not approve the permit the way it stands. They would take and send it back for a little bit of revise and resubmit. So I think if they just gave us some rough dimensions on interior room and a little bit of mechanical information, we don't need a full set of blueprints.
right, we
We
just,
just need to know,
we're gonna be this bedroom, that bathroom, this bathroom, that, yeah,
and where's water's coming in, water's going out, electric's coming in.
Right. Just the general,
Yep.
like, that's all we've ever asked for. I mean, like, this one I have here in front of me
Right,
is for a deck.
yep.
You know, I mean, it's just, it's just the general layout.
So I assume you're okay with me calling FBI builders?
Yeah, Yeah, I think that's fine. That seems fine, doesn't it? Because I know we've always asked for a drawing of your, what it was going to be.
They did send me a drawing of the property with where the building's gonna be located. I got
Yeah.
that. That's,
But, yeah, we have to have some rough inside, I think. Like, I believe we've always had that. I mean, we built a deck on the house and basically had a drawing like this, but it was just the deck. So,
okay.
yeah, I think
We'll
that's,
talk to FBI, get advised and
that'd be good. Yeah, just give us the drawing of, the layout of the inside. Yeah, layout of the inside. That would be fine. Permits and the general layout.
Hmm.
And permits for the loan.
they'll have to get with the health department. What I understand, the health department's gotta send us an okay on the septic tank, I think. Before we're supposed to give permissions on that. Yep.
Okay. All right, well, as long as we're talking about permits and stuff, we have application for permits, from the marshals to add on the deck. I mean, and they're using the form that we currently is our form, and they do have the drawings, so. I don't know, do we have the motion to approve that? No, I didn't think so, we just have to give it to you, right? That's what I thought. So there you go. Did you know they- Yeah, I do, yeah, they know they have to pay for everything, yeah. But just wanted to get it into the thing. Okay, all right, next up is Second Street property update, that is you also.
I've spoke with 4 different companies or people about managing the project. And I have one company that says they would do it. They would like to come out, take a look at it, before they give us a price on managing the project. So
Okay. Sound good?
I will have them come out as soon as possible.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, I'm okay with that. That being said, I have the Fowler Tree Service came out, the tree board, it's time to trim trees and do whatever again. And on that property, there are 2 trees that will need to come down, because they're old and not in good shape. And so I had them break out those 2 trees, to take those trees down. And the other part of the quote is for, just for trimming several trees around town. 16 trees. So, I mean, the tree board is not in a hurry, but we do need, as to keep our Tree City status, we need to do this work this year. So this needs to happen before we submit our application for Tree City status. But I understand you wanna, if you want to wait on approving this until you talk to these other people, that's okay with me too.
Yeah, I can get this guy out here fairly quickly, I think,
Okay,
so we can.
yeah, that's okay. Yeah, they wanted to be sure they got to me in time for today's meeting and stuff, but I told them that I wasn't sure I would have an answer after today's meeting. So that's okay. So there's that. Next, okay, the church asphalt replacement on Second Street. So that is really, I'll go ahead and speak to that. Second Street is being repaved. the church would like, the Apostolic Church would, like to have their asphalt in front repaved too, because it's starting to deteriorate on it. And in the past, the town has always like paid half, split half, like we did, I believe, for the, United Methodist Church at the time. The town paid half, the church paid half. That's my understanding. I'm speaking to this, as my information I have. And so we were asking, the point was being brought up is if we wanted to offer the Apostolic Church the same deal that we gave the Methodist Church.
I don't know the answer
I
to
don't
that
know
question.
originally if they paid half. They offered to pay half for the new blacktop. And the church said no because we didn't want it done. When they did the road, we did not do
Right.
the rest of
Oh, I
it.
got
But the
that.
town did offer to pay half. And we said it doesn't need done, so we didn't do
Okay.
it. Originally, I don't know if the town paid half. I don't
I
know
don't know.
when that,
That's what I
I just wanted
the
to,
attention. It's good, thank you.
but they did offer, because I took it before the trustees and they said, no, we don't need it done, so we declined the offer, but they did offer last year to pay half of the parking lot on the south
The
side.
spots that they repaid. So, there we go. So, do we want to make the same one? I'm just putting it out there.
So you mentioned that there was some repaving on Second Street. Did the repaving create a need for something to be done to the parking
It
lot?
has to be a Madam to the repayment. It's going to be.
Okay, will the repaving, is the repaving expected to create a need for something to happen with the parking lot? Like, are the heights going to be different?
The heights will probably be different, don't you think? Well, maybe not, because they're gonna grind it down. I don't know. Okay, so what's your, what's
Absolutely,
your,
something like that. I have reservations about using public funds to include private property.
okay. Okay, well, we will find out some more information. Okay, all right. Okay, all right, and we're up to you, Rebecca.
I don't really have anything for you guys at this point, I don't think. Do you have anything for me?
I have a couple questions.
Mine, there you go.
We had spoken about some employee termination letters outlined. I know you feel like it's might be a little redundant, but I've had somebody actually not an employee, but more of a subcontractor, I guess, has already come up to me and said, well, I'll just send a bill to the town for such and such. So I would like to have something that we can just give to the people that we don't want to use anymore as employees or even subcontractors, I guess. But I just feel like eventually we have to let some people go.
Okay. Well, who are you? I mean, what do you mean? If it's people that have quit, they quit.
Dave Bales never quit, so he's a subcontractor.
Also, I would be really cautious about, in a public meeting, talking about one by
In particular, okay, well, so I think with then, I mean, I think my opinion is maybe we need to discuss privately who we're talking about but go ahead with what your opinion would be.
No, my opinion is just that if you want me to draft some type of foreign letter or something like that, I'd be happy to do that. Am I understanding the ask correctly? Do you want me to draft a foreign letter that you can modify, kind of look at it as needed?
Well, that'd be fine. I don't,
Then we can decide if we want to use it.
that'd be fine. Yeah, because I would need to know what the need is because I just can't imagine the need, but that's okay. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right, next.
Is there somewhere that I can find out all the rules and regulations to have a town hall meeting. You can point me in some direction for regulations on how to accomplish town hall meeting.
So I assume when you say town hall meeting, that what you're looking to do is seek input from the public on a particular topic? Okay, so very similar to how the town council has previously adopted a meeting before resolution, I would suggest that you review that and see if the kind of terms and the language in that fit your purposes, in which case you don't need to adopt or do anything different. But I would recommend if you're gonna have the majority of your town council here, you're gonna have a quorum, I assume. So you'll wanna make sure it's advertised, just like any other public meeting. And I would suggest that you set, as the decorum resolution does, it sets a time limit for people to speak, and it requires that people be signed up to speak. And then you give people the opportunity to be heard at the meeting, and at the appropriate time limit, they have to stop speaking, and you have to give them that amount of time, and you have to treat everyone exactly the same, no matter whether you agree with it or not. But that's the biggest thing, is just to make sure that you treat everyone the same.
So if we only had one board member at this meeting, we don't have to do anything too special? Do we have to video it or?
You know, I guess technically, I guess at that point, you're just letting people come in and speak to an audience of one.
Okay.
I suppose that you could do that. I think that I would probably just recommend that you just go ahead and notice it like any other.
That's all I have.
Okay. Well, I think that means, let's have a motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I will second that motion. All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much.